And welcome into Cosmic Koolaid. I am Corey Short. This is, I guess, episode 1 of season 2, episode 21, we'll call it. And I've got a very special guest in the studio with me, Mr. Charlie Kingery.
And I appreciate you having me. And 21 is actually my favorite number, so hey, we're off to a good start.
So he goes by Kingery in the music world, and some of you may know him from his days as a dancing police officer on TikTok. And then that moved into music and some other cool stuff that he's got going on. So, man, let's just start from the beginning, bro. Tell me about. Let's just talk about the cop stuff first.
Yeah.
What made you want to become a cop? How long ago did that start? Do you ever see yourself doing it again? Start there.
Yeah. We'll start with no, I don't see myself doing it again. This is kind of my plan A, and I only got a plan A, so there's nothing to fall back on there. But I started out wanting to be a cop when I was real young. My dad went to prison when I was real young, spent my entire life in prison. And so like that was something that like, you know, I got into some like just minor trouble as like a young kid, you know, like preteen, you know, stuff like that. And I just decided that, you know, like I wanted to do something different, not go down the same path. And that was the first time that I wanted to be a police officer. And then my uncle was a detective on the Indianapolis Police Department, and I got to do a bunch of ride-alongs with him. He was an undercover vice detective. So, I mean, he's buying drugs off people and busting prostitutes and stuff. And I'm 18 years old, sitting in his passenger seat, rolling around with him. And I'm like, you get paid to do this?
So how old were you when you swore in as an officer?
22.
22. And how long ago was that? How old are you now?
35 now.
35. Okay.
Yeah.
So you did it for a while.
Yeah, I was 10 years in law enforcement.
Okay. Awesome. So tell me how the TikTok thing started as a cop.
Okay, so as a cop, like I had started, actually Live PD, the cable television show, came to my police department, and they said that they wanted to start filming there. And so when they started at Lawrence PD where I was at, my chief came to me and one other guy and was like, you guys are our two most proactive officers. He was like, we'd like to have you guys on the show. Because we were busy. We were right there in the heart of Indianapolis. And so I had just started, like I had like a Facebook or something back then, but I didn't really post like videos or nothing. And about that time, the Get Up Challenge, if you remember that dance, had started popping off on the internet, and I hadn't seen a cop do it yet. And I was like, oh, I'm getting ready to go into shift. Let me just set my phone up real quick, and I'm inside my house before I go on shift. And just do the Get Up Challenge in my uniform. I was like, yeah, I posted to Facebook, posted to YouTube.
Changed your damn life.
Changed my life.
Yeah.
Completely changed my life. And like it blew up on YouTube. I think it was like, oh man, a lot of millions of views. I don't want to all speak and say something that it wasn't. But
now, was that like a short, a vertical? You did like TikTok size?
Yeah,
right?
TikTok
okay.
style, yeah. And posted that on Facebook and YouTube, and it just went crazy. And I just started Live PD at that time as well. And like the news reached out to my police department and everything. I went on Fox 59 News in Indianapolis and did the dance on there with the news anchor and everything. And it just went crazy and just started to do these dances. I really wanted to connect with, you know, like show a different side of law enforcement. And so like that's why I started doing these dances, and people would just request more and more, and they just took off. And, you know, Live PD happened, and that blew up. And, you know, I had like a lot of clips on Live PD dancing with kids out in the streets and, you know, stuff like that. And it spiraled in a good direction.
So with your time as an officer, did you, was your journey through that pretty mild, or did you see some pretty crazy shit?
I saw anything you can think of off the top of your head. I saw it in a weekend. Yeah. You know, like I said, we took one of the biggest in Lawrence. We took one of the biggest, most active places in Indianapolis, Indiana. Is around 42nd Post. Like anybody that's around that area will know what I'm talking about. But so saw a lot of things. You know, saw a lot of good, saw a lot of bad. Loved it, and like I said, and the reason I said I won't go back to it is I fell out of love with it when, you know, politics and everything started to come into play. And you know, first seven and a half years, I loved it. And the last couple years, I was just like, and it was just like, I'll put it to you this way. first 7.5 years, I would look forward to going to work. You know, shift would be coming to an end, and I'd want to stay. You know, like this is crazy. The stuff that I'm dealing with, I love it. And then those last couple of years, I was like, man, I don't even want to put my uniform on. You know, so I was like, it's not something that I'll go back to. Respect the hell out of it. Still respect all the guys. Still talk to all the guys. Respect that job and everything that they do. But it's not for me anymore.
Right on, man. Well, I sure do appreciate the time you put in.
Thank you.
Serving your community. Absolutely. I'm sure they do too. So tell me about the transfer from live PD to TikTok to content violation. How did this become a touring income stream for you?
So we started to, you know, when I found out you could get paid on social media, I was like, what? Like, I'm sitting here just posting these dance videos and getting paid for it. It was crazy. And I was like, you mean I just got to post some dances and I get paid what I got to get shot at? I was like, you know, like it was crazy how that happened. And then formulated a group with a bunch of guys, and ended up being a comedy group. I'd always wanted to be a singer since I was a kid too. Like when I was really young, I'd have a guitar strumming some Alan Jackson and stuff like that. And so we went out on this, we got together and, you know, we started shooting these videos, all of us together, and, you know, that blew up. And it's like people wanted more. And like we were from all different states in the United States, and we would meet up and for like 1 weekend a month and just shoot content.
So the main two guys were you and Udi though, right?
Pretty much. I mean, you know, Taco was there, you know, there's, you know, several others. But.
Yeah. So how did you guys come together? Like, how did you meet Udi and Taco?
That was from TikTok, you know, Udi's a cop too.
So they had their own individual thing going?
Yeah.
And then y'all just joined forces?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, you know, Taco actually put out a video that was like, I want to do a ride along with a cop is what started this all out. And I duetted the video, and he says something, you know, like, I want to come out, do a ride along. I want to be able to tase a crackhead is what he said in the video. And I was like, yeah, you come out in a ride along, but you definitely ain't tasing nobody, you know? And we called this the ride along group, you know, ride along crew, whatever. We get together, we shoot content once a month.
Right.
And it just took off, and we ended up going on tour and doing these like skits and comedy stuff like around the United States. So.
Right on. Well, man, you have found yourself what would appear to be deeply in, I guess, the country hip hop scene.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I try to do some. I wouldn't give really the direction I'm going and what I've done necessarily a genre. You know, sometimes I'll do more singy stuff. Sometimes I'll do more country rap stuff. You know, just kind of whatever I feel at the moment.
Yeah, it almost feels like the whole new genre is. It's a whole new genre. It's like the party genre because it's so many different ways it comes out. Yeah. It's delivered. Yeah,
absolutely.
So with that in mind, what, who all are you working with? Who have you worked with so far? What do you got coming up?
Yeah. So, we got this show tonight here, at your place, The Social.
Right.
Looking forward to that. I've been blessed, man. Like I got to take the stage the very first time I ever sang. I got to take the stage with P.D. Pablo, like, you know, and then like that was just like I got to sing Freak a Leak with P.D. Pablo on stage the very first time I ever sang on stage.
Yeah, he's a North Carolina guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I used to it's so surreal, man, to be working with some of the people that you listen to growing up and everything, and as you're standing on stage with them and everything.
It's funny you say that because my very first concert was John Michael Montgomery.
Okay.
12 years old, Asheville Civic Center. Coolest thing I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Well, my first month of concerts here, when I had a venue, John Michael Montgomery.
That's crazy.
And the dude wouldn't stop talking to me. Like before the show, he's just talking. It was so surreal.
It is.
Because my first concert, sold out arena, and then he's standing in front of me at my venue 25 years later. And I can't get him to shut up.
Right.
Like, dude, I got to get back to work.
Yeah.
I appreciate the conversation, John, but I mean, he was so cool and so nice and so humble. And I get that on just in what I'm doing. And then I'm sure, I mean, you've been up there with Afro Man and some other cool stuff too, right?
Yeah. Like I'm blessed to have the chance to do this, you know, like, and, you know, and that's why I said I don't have a plan B and this is plan A. Like, you know, like, I'm going to take the blessing that God gave me and just try to run it till the wheels fall off. And then, like, you know, I got to sing with Brian Martin on stage, developed a really close friendship with Brian. Now I did a song with Brian. And then now Brian's getting ready to go on tour with Morgan Wallen next year.
Yeah, he's blowing up. He's played Silverados too.
Such a good dude.
Yeah,
Such a good dude. But just in time, Jesse Howard and New Breed, Dusty Lee just did a song that recently came out this past Friday with F1 of FMG and Bez Believe, and it's called Preach, and that one's doing extremely well right now. It's a really dope song. F1 of FMG is going to blow up. I mean, the dude is extremely talented.
Yeah.
So, and Bez is talented as hell as well. So it's a blessing, man, and I don't take it for granted. So.
And it seems like a family,
Yeah.
It seems like a genre where people are looking out for one another instead of trying to bury each other.
Yeah,
which is cool.
Yeah, country rap's got its drama points, it does. I stay out of all of it, like if I like this person, I'm gonna work with them. Like people know that, they understand that. That's just me. Like you got to do me wrong before I really got a problem with you,
Yeah. But Just in Time, Outlaw Nation, those boys are great, man. They're fun to work with. They put on a hell of a show. We've had them here a couple times, and I'm trying to catch one of those redneck raves. You been to one of those yet?
I've been to 2 now.
Yeah. Good time.
It's a great time, man. It's
Right
a party,
on.
man. It's watching people come together to just have a good time, and like it's nuts. You're riding side by sides, and people are having fun. People are willing to help each other in anything. And speaking of helping each other, it's like I said, it's a blessing. Like Justin and Brian and Jesse Howard and New Breed and all these guys that are like way bigger than me, and I'm just starting out in this game. I haven't even this is my first full year in music, and they're willing to do songs with me, willing to put me on shows, willing to put me on. I don't know if they believe in me, it's just a friend thing or what. Like it's real cool.
Yeah, man, it is cool. Now, we're going to take our first break, but before we do, I want to play for our audience your cover of Something in the Orange, if you're cool with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we got Kingery in the studio. This is Something in the Orange, the Zach Bryan song that Kingery has covered. Y'all check it out.
It'll be fine by dustlight, I'm telling you, baby. These things eat at your bones and drive your young mind crazy. But when you place your hand between my collar and jaw, I don't know much, but there's no weight at all. I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. 'Cause if I said I miss you, I know that you won't. But I miss you in the mornings when I see the sun. Something in the orange tells me we're not done. Just a man, to me you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go? I poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you're never coming home. Been waiting all night. There's orange dancing in your eyes from both lights. Your voice only trembles when you try to speak. Take me back to what's dancing this fool used to creep. To you I'm just a man, to me you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go? I poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you're never coming home. just a man to me, you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go? I poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you're never coming home. If you leave today, I'll just stare at the way the orange touches all things around. Grass, trees, and dew, oh, I just hate you. Please turn those headlights around. Please turn those headlights around.
All right. We're back from break. We got Kingery in the studio. I'm Corey Short. This is episode 21 of Cosmic Koolaid. We're talking all things country rap. Kingery's road from being a police officer in Indianapolis to TikTok to where he's at now, touring the country with some of the biggest names in the genre. Yep. And it's really impressive what you're doing, man. It really is. And
Thank you.
I'm not going to lie. When I heard that you were putting out something in the orange, I was a little worried for you.
Yeah.
That's a big move, bro.
That's a big move.
And you nailed it. You really fucking nailed it.
Thank you.
Yeah, really well done.
Like I have like so many people to thank for that. Like I've been like, that's been like a song that I love since it came out. You know, I sing it all the time, and people are like, man, like you can sing that song. You need to start singing more. Like you need to go try that. And they pushed me to do it, and it was really cool. Yeah.
We got a couple other things I want to show our audience about you so they get to know your body of work. We'll play a music video here in a little bit as well. But talk to me about connections. Whose dream collaborations for you? Like where would you like to take this?
Man, dream connections. Obviously Jelly Roll. Yeah. You know.
Have you met Jelly Roll yet?
I have not met him yet.
Dude,
no.
This is the nicest guy on planet Earth.
He seems awesome.
We were so blessed to catch him on his way up.
Yeah.
And the way it happened was he had sold out the orange peel in town, and then COVID masks were an issue.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck that. I'm not making my people wear masks. Either give me another venue or we're canceling.
Right.
They called me, and they're like, do you want this show? It's outdoors. That's your spot.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, let's go. I mean, literally, Kingery, I was on the verge of going out of business. Silverados was this close to going under, and Jelly Roll saved my shit. I'm not even lying.
That was amazing.
And he came out here, he's like, fuck that, people trying to fuck them. Silverados is where it's at. And he had the fucking place going crazy, man. It was just,
that's fucking awesome.
And he's like drilling snacks from the bar, hugging everybody. Literally the nicest dude we've had.
He seems like just such a down to earth, cool dude. And like, I would love to meet him. I would obviously love to do a collab with him.
I can't imagine that won't happen, bro. You got too many of the same friends.
I'm hoping. Yeah. One day, man. We're just gonna keep grinding, and hopefully he sees the music. Hopefully he sees me, and he's like, yeah, I'll do a song with you. Right
on. Now, do you want to do more singing? More of the Zach Bryan type stuff?
Yeah, like I would like to take it in a little bit of that direction, and then also still like whenever I get a hair up my ass, you know, just do another country rap song. I like back and forth really. Like I said, like I don't want to be. People say you gotta pick this, and this is the genre you're gonna go with, and you gotta sing this, and this if this is the way you're gonna go, that's where you should go. I like mixing it up. I like doing what I like to do at that moment, at that time, whatever feels right for me.
Okay. So tell me about your creative process. Do you buy a beat, or your buddies make you beats and then you write to that? Or do you write lyrics and then they make a beat to match that? Like how's your process work?
The majority of the time the beat is made and then write to it.
Is that typical with hip hop?
I would say, yeah. I mean, most people buying beats, off somebody, they got a producer or something, going to put a beat together. You get in the feeling, you got an idea, and you just go with it. Okay.
All right. Well, we are going to play a music video of yours. Which one is your best foot forward? What do you want our audience to hear? Or see, rather.
Yeah, I think that, I got a lot of good music videos coming. I'd say the ones that we have out right now, I think that you can either look at, another extremely talented friend of mine is Corey Music. Mm-hmm. And we did a song called Carried Away.
Sweet.
And that's a pretty dope video. She's got an amazing voice, extremely talented as well. I got a music video, I Get Loud, with Dusty Lee. It's pretty dope. Backwoods, just whatever you feel.
Dusty Lee, man, he's got a strong video presence.
He does.
He's got a good team.
Yeah.
making videos.
Yep.
Some cool effects that I haven't seen in anybody else's shit.
Yeah.
So whatever he's doing, follow that lead because he's killing that part.
I would say I get loud or carried away.
Okay.
Whatever.
All right. Well, check it out right here. Kingery and Corey. We'll be right back.
Got me walking on the ceiling and crawling the walls. Hate how much I love this feeling every time that you call. Keep me coming back, begging like I'm having withdrawals. Oh, you got me carried away. Why you stuck to the lies that you said to my face? Switching up from tearing up the bed that we made. Wish I let it go. We already know. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say. You got me carried away.
All these lies that you said to me, all the things that you said we'd be. From the back and forth to those late nights, it's all history. 1 minute the sun shines, next minute it turns to rain. These walls are closing in, but I can't take off this wedding ring. From breaking the headboards to putting holes all in the wall, you try to call, I hit ignore, cause the words got me feeling so small. Try to drink this pain away, but this liquor's making bad decisions. It's like these painful words have become our new addiction. We tried to step away, then dive first head in. Even though we try to swim, we're drowning in the shallow end.
Got me walking on the ceiling and crawling the walls. Hate how much I love this feeling every time that you call. Keep me coming back, begging like I'm having withdrawals. Oh, you got me carried away. Why you stuck to the lies that you said to my face? Switching up from tearing up the bed that we made. Wish I let it go. We already know. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say. You got me carried away.
Baby, I don't wanna go, don't wanna let these demons win. But I can't be torn apart and take these shots straight to the chin. I'm knocked down, out for the count, can't stand up, I'm giving in. Reaching for the ropes to pull myself up as this room spins. Don't make me feel this way, tired of begging you to stay. This house don't feel like home and the rebuild's never underway. Just stop this all, let's make it right. I'm on my knees, not giving up, I've paid the price.
Got me walking on the ceiling and crawling the walls. Hate how much I love this feeling every time that you call. Keep me coming back, begging like I'm having withdrawals. Oh, you got me carried away. Why you stuck to the lies that you said to my face? Switching up from tearing up the bed that we made. Wish I let it go. We already know. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say. You got me carried away.
And welcome back, Cosmic Koolaid, episode 21. I'm Corey Short. In the studio with me, we got Kingery, a country rap phenom, making his way up the charts quickly, making all the right connections and playing all the right events and venues. Speaking of that,
Yeah.
dream venue.
Was it Red Rock? Is that? I think I'm saying it.
Red Rocks Amphitheater.
Yeah.
Dude, I think they need a big outlaw rap fest out there, dude.
That would be
They're
awesome.
primed and ready. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
We are putting together one for this East Coast side of things here for this coming up July 4th weekend
Okay.
with big names. Some we've already mentioned, some I can't, but keep that weekend reasonably clear, sir.
Okay. Hey.
You won't want to miss that one.
Okay.
We haven't talked about it yet, but
Heck yeah.
yeah, man. So yeah, dude, what's the end game here? How long are you going to do this?
Like I said, till the wheels fall off.
Till the wheels fall off.
You know, this is what I want to do. I have fun with it. this frees me up the time to be with my kids, put as much effort and time into them. I coach my son's baseball team. I help as assistant coach there. Gives me the time to do that. If that, I will say the only thing that would ever stop me from continuing to do this is having to give up time with my kids.
Sure.
You know?
So tell me more about that. The home life. Are you married?
I'm divorced.
You're divorced, single dad.
Single dad.
Single dad. So with that in mind,
Yeah.
what is the most motivating factor? Is it the lifestyle to keep doing music? Is it the creative part? Is it the ladies? Is it finances? What's the biggest driving factor behind your music?
The biggest driving factor behind my music is like watching my kids sing along to my songs. Like that's like they love them. Like they don't want to hear nothing else. Dad played this song, and they'll know every word. And to hopefully eventually to be able to create a life for them that I wish I had growing up. And anything. I grew up with a single mom my entire life. She worked her ass off, worked 2 jobs, just to make ends meet, just to make sure that I had everything that I wanted. And to create a life for them and to set them up, is the end goal. So finances and just the smiles on their faces and
Sure.
me just truly
Make
really,
them proud.
yeah, really enjoying this, So just the thought process of taking a song from beginning to end, putting it out there in the world, having the balls to put it out there in the world,
Right.
because you're going to catch critique on everything. Everybody, music's so subjective. You're going to have haters on everything. You got the biggest names in the world.
How do you handle that? You fire back when you get a negative hater comment?
I used to.
Yeah.
Not so much no more.
You just realize it's not worth it.
It ain't worth it.
They don't matter.
People are gonna hate things that they can't obtain themselves. They don't want to work to obtain themselves. If anybody's hating on you on the internet or in your comment section, it's not an issue that because of you. It's an issue that they have with themselves.
Right.
Like they're miserable in their own life. They don't. It's not necessarily that they want what you have. They just don't want you to have what you have. That's the world we live in, and unfortunately, social media has created this protection for people to be able to do that behind whether it be a fake profile or put their face out there. Anybody can say anything that they want to about anybody on social media. No basis behind it. Nothing. Anybody can say whatever they want.
Dude, I want to start a whole show based on tracking down these fucking trolls, dude.
Oh, dude, that would
I
be
really
amazing.
do. Like all these keyboard warriors that think that we can't find them. I want to create a show just to find them.
That would be awesome.
And not hurt them, not assault
Right.
them, not commit a crime.
Right.
But somehow fire back.
Right.
Because like the people that go on and bash businesses and
Yeah.
like, man, that shit has to stop.
Dude, I was watching this dude on TikTok the other day, and it's like every time somebody comments something negative into his comment section, like I don't know if he's got people that know these people or he just tracks them down on Facebook or something, finds out who they are, and like gets their picture tattooed on his body or some shit like that, with like some fucked up quote with it. Like it's just like, damn, I wish I had that level of savage and pettiness in me, but I just don't have the I'm gonna do me.
And we
block it
have
out,
to.
man.
We have to. Anybody in the public eye, you got to bite your tongue.
Right.
Because it only ends up negative. When
Right.
you don't.
All
right, so
say what
let's-
you want at this point.
Let's address the well, it may not be an elephant in the room, but you're well received by the ladies. Do you agree with that?
I have no idea.
Come on now. Does it get old? Them throwing, bras and panties at you all the time on stage?
No, I have a girlfriend.
Okay.
So, like it is what it is. I think it comes with the business or whatever, and I don't know. It is what it is, I guess.
Well, the cop dancing thing obviously started all that,
Yeah.
and that's where it came from. That's got to feel great on some level. My big 350-pound ass has never seen any sort of attention like that. So
Yeah,
good
like,
for you, bro.
I've always been dancing though, man. I just do it for fun.
Yeah.
Like I literally get out there and just dance for fun, man. It's for me. Like it's for
So you were doing that before the video started.
way
You go to the
before
club and tear it up.
18 years old. Back when I was 18, been able to get into clubs and stuff like that. And
Right.
21, and like I grew up dancing, man. I grew up with people that knew how to dance, and we just get together and create circles at proms and shit like that, and get out there and just get after it.
All right, so pretend that your kids are home watching right now. along with my kids and the rest of the kids of this country, and they're looking up to you. What's your advice?
Life is tough. You cannot always control what comes your way, what's said about you, what happens to you in life. All you can control is how you're going to react to it and staying true to yourself. I've been through tough shit and had this said about me, that said about me. And one of the greatest things, like I have a faith, like I'm a believer in God and
Absolutely.
everything. And at the end of the day, no matter what anybody says about you or anything like that, like you only have one person to answer to. And I know that I don't got to answer to the shit that's said about me at the end of the day.
Sure.
You know, and to just never give up, man. Like if you got something that you really want to do, go out there and do it. Chase it and don't stop. And you never know what can happen. You could fail. It wasn't meant for you. It wasn't in your plan.
Right.
I might still fail in this business or whatever. You never know what tomorrow is going to bring. And I'm going to live life and enjoy it in the meantime of which I can.
Awesome. Well, dude, thank you so much for coming on this show.
Yeah, I appreciate
Thank you for coming to Asheville and playing the social tonight. We got a bunch of people excited.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it myself. And
excited.
we'll have you back next summer for this big thing we're putting together.
Yeah, that's huge.
So
I'm grateful. I appreciate it.
All right, y'all. We got Kingery. This is episode 21, Cosmic Koolaid. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Appreciate you.